students. Welcome to Summer School 2020. Now, the purpose of this video is to give you an understanding of what this program is going to look like. I anticipate that this video will be somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes long. But at the end of this video, I can pretty much guarantee you that you will have a really good understanding and idea of what the next 4 weeks with this book are going to look like. That being said, let's get started. So what I'd basically like to do is to go through the syllabus and explain what this course will look like, so that when day one starts on Thursday, we can hit the ground running and just do math right away. So here we go. This is the class syllabus, which I will send to you. So check your loop mails. So Chafee Foundation Summer School 2020, Honors Pre-Calculus with me, Mr. Lee. And here are my contacts. So if you want to get a hold of me, I recommend that you just use loop mail and just type in David Lee. It'll say teacher. It's the best way. Or you can just email me there. It's pretty much the same thing, but I do prefer loop mail. What else? So that's my Twitter handle and that's my YouTube channel. And I'm totally okay if you communicate with me through both Twitter and YouTube. It's totally fine. Or just stick to loop mail. It doesn't matter. Just get a hold of me if you have to. Recommended supplies. So if you have me during the school year, you heard me say the word Casio about a gajillion billion times. So as it pertains to supplies, please, if you can, try to get this calculator here. It looks like this. It's a Casio, and that's the model number, FX300ES Plus. It looks just like this. You can get this at Target, Walmart, Office Depot, pretty much anywhere where they sell calculators. And it's about $12 to $13. So really get your hands on one of these, because it really will come in clutch. You'll see. Now, it is kind of imperative that you have a computer or laptop with decent internet access so that we can communicate with each other on a daily basis, because that's how things are going to go. And of course, basic school supplies, pencils, pens, markers, rulers, scissors maybe. If you have graph paper, that'd be nice. If you don't have graph paper, just go to Dollar Tree, go to Walmart, Target. They should have some graph paper there. I'm not saying that you'll need it, but for sure have at least just regular lined paper. Grading scale, very traditional grading scale, nothing new there, nothing there to see. Let's see, next page. So grading weights, okay, so this is important here. This is crucial. So this class, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, this class is worth 4,000 points. Now here's the breakdown. Your Zoom sessions, that's a quarter of your grade. So if you attend all the Zoom calls, which we'll have every day, you attend all the calls, boom, automatic 25%. 1,000 points for merely attending the Zoom calls. You're gonna have homework. You're gonna have homework pretty much every day. Pretty much every day you'll have homework. And at the end of the program, the homework will have been worth 1,000 points, which again is a quarter of your grade. So Zoom calls, and do the homeworks, do the Zooms, that's 50% of your grade for free, right? Go to all the Zooms, do all the homeworks, 50% automatic. What else we got? We got team tests, which constitute the biggest and strongest portion of your grade, about 35%, or actually it's exactly 35%. That's how many points it's worth. So again, if you notice, there are no solo tests. There are team tests, and there are many, many, many team tests, a lot of them. Every day there's a test. I'll say it again. Every day there's a test. What else we got? We got a comprehensive team final. Comprehensive means that it covers everything. So your final exam will have everything from May 28th all the way to June 26th or wherever it ends. So that's 600 points, which is about 15% of your grade. So if you add all these up, 4,000 points, that's how you get your grade in this class, out of 4,000 points. Cheating, don't do it. topics covered. So check it out. There are 10 sections for us to learn, okay? There are 10. There are 10 sections that we have to learn. And I am going to present them in this order. So functions part 1, functions part 2, logarithms and exponentials. We got some good old-fashioned trig, two sections of trig. What else we got? We got vectors, we have polar coordinates, matrices along with systems of equations in 3 variables, conic sections, those are like parabolas, ellipses, hyperbolas, circles, eccentricity, foci, vertices, major and minor axes, that's good stuff. We also have sequences and series along with discrete mathematics like the binomial theorem, expanding products. We also have Pascal's triangle, all kinds of crazy things in sequences and series. And then intro to calculus to end the summer program. Now I do want to say this. The first handful of sections, they are review. You see, honors pre-calc and even regular pre-calc, like the first 2 months feel like review. But of course for us, this is only going to be like a handful of days, right? So that's going to look like review. There's going to be a lot of review here up in these sections. But then once you get down here, that's all of the new stuff. That's all of the heavy duty material that's brand new and that is unique and exclusive to the honors pre-calculus curriculum. Now let me say this. For every one of these units, there are 2 tests. And they're both team tests, as I said, because there are no solo tests. It's all team tests. So for unit 1, 2 tests and 2 days. So we have 2 days for every section. And each of those 2 days, there is 1 test. That's why 2 days, 2 tests. 2 days, 2 tests. And so on and so forth for all of these. So that's 10 sections, which means that's 20 days and 20 team tests. Every day a team test. Yes, so that's what we have so far. Let's keep going here. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so summer 2020 honors pre-calculus tentative schedule. So these are the official school hours for summer. So you have the first half, lunch, and then the second half. Now the first half goes from 8:30 to 10:50, and then you guys have a 20-minute snack break, like a lunch break for 20 minutes, and then we come back together, and then second session officially goes from 11:10 all the way to 1:30. So we're essentially going to go from 8:30 all the way to 1:30 p.m. How many hours is that? 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. That's 5 hours. 5 consecutive hours. So make sure that your internet is strong, because if it gets cut off, because it's 5 hours. And for those 5 hours, I'm going to be teaching math and you're going to be just jotting down notes nonstop for 5 hours. I'm joking. I'm just kidding. Calm down. Calm down. I'm just kidding. I am not going to be Zooming math instruction for 5 hours every day. Yeah, no. Okay. So what is this going to look like? How are we going to treat those 5 hours? I'll explain in just a moment. Just please calm down if I scared you. I didn't mean to do that. Yes, I did. So let's see. I also have here, you see that I created a calendar. Now, what the calendar shows is essentially the test that you're going to take on that day. On our first day of school, so you see how on the first day of summer school, May 28th, functions 1, test 1. So right on the first day of school, you have a test. And then the day after on Friday, it's still functions 1, but it's test 2. Because remember, every chapter, I throw 2 tests at you, 2 of them, because it's 2 days per chapter. See that? So that's functions part 1. And then we have functions part 2, test 1, test 2. And then we have logs and expos, test 1, test 2. We got trig 1, test 1, trig 1, test 2, trig 2, test 1, trig 2, test 2. And all the way down the list, we got vectors, matrices, conics, sequences and series, calc intro. So that's 20 days. And then the last 2 days, we have the review for the final, and then the actual team final itself, which again covers the entire program and which is multiple choice. Now, before we look at the very last part of the syllabus, because we're almost done, I want to show you guys in detail how we are going to spend this 5-hour block of time. So for that, let me sort of switch screens real fast. So right out of the gate, we'll have 30 minutes of direct instruction where we do math, we discover math, we just do math problems for 30 minutes nonstop, which I'm pretty sure all of you are accustomed to by now. And during that time, I'm going to be check and roll. I'm not going to call your names out loud per se, but in my teacher profile on the Zoom, I have everyone's names, and that's how I'll be check and roll every day. So you want to make sure that you're there. Another thing, I am not going to force you to turn on your cameras and microphone. I don't even know if I have the legal right to do so, but even if I did, I'm not going to force you to do so. But I am encouraging you to at least have on the camera so that I can see that you're there and not, at the mall or something like that. So it would be nice if you had the camera on. Just be mindful of the things that are behind you and just be mindful of your appearance. And if you don't want the microphone on, you don't have to turn that on. I probably prefer that you leave it off so that there are no noisy distractions, but I'll leave it to you. So again, I'm only recommending that you have on the camera, but I'm not going to force you to have it on. So 30 minutes of direct instruction from 8:30 to 9. And then after that, I'll give you guys a chance to begin the homework. Because remember, every chapter has its own individual homework assignment. There are 10 chapters, so there are 10 homeworks. Homework 1, homework 2, all the way to homework 10. Each homework designated with a chapter. So that's 30 minutes where you will have a chance to begin the homework. Are you going to finish the homework in 30 minutes? Not a chance. But you'll at least have the opportunity to begin it. And then after that, from 9:30 to 10, back to notes. So it's like back and forth. Teach, homework, back and forth. Let's see, so that's 9:30 to 10. And then 10 to 10:30, back to you guys during homework. You guys can do your homework for another 30 minutes. That way, you minimize the amount of time that you spend doing math outside of our 5-hour block. So again, this 1 hour here, that's 1 hour of homework, that is for you to work ahead. And yes, I do expect you to be doing your homework during those 2 30-minute blocks. And in the last 20 minutes of the first half of school, back to notes, probably like another quick example or something like that, and that'll be it for the first half. After that, we have 20 minutes of a lunch break. You do whatever you want during that lunch break. If you want to stand up, if you want to go outside, if you want to take a nap, if you want to go eat, go for it. Enjoy the party. I think it would be kind of cool if you guys did your lunch break and you sort of ate the food in front of the camera so that you see 40 other people eating their lunch, but whatever, that'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be interesting, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You do whatever you want during those 20 minutes. And I'm gonna do whatever I want for those 20 minutes. And more often than not, I'll probably just be playing Mario Kart, and I'll probably just project the Mario Kart onto the screen. So I'll probably be playing Mario Kart during that time. Just make sure that you are back at your stations at 11:10, because as soon as 11:10 starts, that's the beginning of the second half. So watch how this works. At the start of the second half, for those 10 minutes, I'll be like, okay guys, any questions on the things we've learned so far? So that's like a time to address questions, but it's also a time for me to release the test to you, for me to administer the test, where I say, hey guys, write down this link because here is your team test. And by the way, you get to make your own teams. You get to create your own teams. You can hook up with whoever you want, I don't care. Now, how do you know who is in the class? I'll probably send you a list of the students that are in the class. I think that's appropriate because if we were face to face, you could just look around and see who's there anyways. So I have no problem sending you a list of the students who are in our class, but please don't share that information with anyone else. So that way, when you have the list, you can see who's where and try to get into teams of 5 people or fewer, not 6. 5 people or 4 people or 3 or 2, or you could work by yourself if you want. You can change teams from section to section. You can stay with the same team throughout the entire program. I leave it to you. It doesn't really bother me. Do that however you want. So 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes of the second half, I administer the test. Now check this out. For the remainder of the second half of school, that's over 2 hours. For the remainder of that time is yours. That is your time to complete the test and to put the test together and to submit the test to me. I am going to give you a test that is designed to last you 1 hour, because that's how it normally is during the regular school year anyways. You get 1 hour test. But the reason that I am giving you 2 hours is because, guys, you're not taking this test with people next to you. You're taking this test with your teammates who are miles and miles away. That process becomes more difficult and it takes time. So I'm giving you over 2 hours to complete the test and to turn everything into an electronic format. You can take pictures, you can scan it and make a PDF of the test. That takes time, which is why I'm giving you that 2 hour block. So that's the time for you to complete the test, turn it into an electronic form, PDF, JPEG, whatever, and to submit it to me through loop mail. And you have 2 hours to do that. Those tests are due every day at 1:30. If you send it beyond 1:30, I might take away points. I have to be fair. So you'll have 2 hours plus to complete a 1 hour test and to turn it into me as soon as you complete it. And the deadline is 1:30 p.m. Anything after, and you start to lose points. So please note the following. Our Zoom call will begin at 8:30. Our Zoom call will begin at 8:30, and I will terminate the call at roughly 11:20. At 11:20, the Zoom call ends, because this time during that test, I can't help you and you cannot ask me for help because this is an assessment. So that is why for the last 2 hours, the Zoom is going to be off, at least with me. If you want to get into your own little Zoom sessions with your 3 or 4 teammates, that's fine. If you guys want to FaceTime each other, that's fine. If you guys want to communicate through text, that's fine. Communicate with each other however you want. But our Zoom, our daily Zoom, will run from 8:30 all the way down to about 11:20. And that's when I say, all right, guys, have a good day. Turn in the test by 1:30. And that is where my Zoom gets finished, at around 11:20 every day. And you'll have 2+ hours to turn in your test to me. All right, so now let's go back to the syllabus and let's finish this video. All right, so we discussed that 5-hour block in pretty good detail, I'd like to think. And then I showed you guys the calendar. And what was the last part of the PDF? Here we are, some additional comments. Just some miscellaneous comments. So again, you guys can make your own teams. Make your own teams, whoever you want. That's on my roster. And as I said, the tests are due every day by 1:30 via loop mail. You want to loop mail me your exams every day before 1:30 p.m. Ooh, how about this? The homeworks. The homework assignments, there's no particular due date for the homework assignments. You turn those into me as you finish them. I really recommend that you knock them out as quickly as you can just to get the homeworks out of the way. Let's see what else. The Zoom points. So remember, the Zoom chats are worth 1,000 points. And at the end of June, I will look back and reflect upon the entire month and be like, okay, did this person show up to class every day, or did they leave early? Did this person attend class every day, or did they leave? And based on what I recollect and what I remember and what I've written down, that's how you'll get your points. I want to say that it's an easy 1,000 points, but that depends on you. So you want to show up to the Zooms, you want to be punctual, and you don't want to leave early. I don't think that I'll record the Zoom sessions. I'm not even sure if I'm legally allowed to do so, because you guys are going to be in them. If not your faces, at least your voices. And even if not that, it's me talking to you. And I don't want to get into trouble, so I'm not going to record any of the Zoom calls at all, ever. I don't think I'm allowed to. But what I will do, in case you miss a Zoom call, like maybe you have an emergency and you can't make it, what I'll probably do is I'll make tutorials and put them on YouTube. That I can do because I've been doing that anyways for a long time. So I can always make tutorials based on what we did that day, and I'll put them on my YouTube channel, but I'll do that randomly. At any time, I'll just randomly throw videos onto my YouTube. If ever you feel overwhelmed, just reach out to me. And if you want, I can help you with tutoring through Zoom. And if you want to bring your whole team, that's totally fine. I can Zoom with up to 1,000 people on my Zoom account. So if you need help, or you and a friend or a bunch of you need help, hit me up and I can open a Zoom chat at any time throughout the day, not just between 8:30 and 1:30. So I'm definitely available for help. Just please reach out to me. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, so I really look forward to this class. I look forward to the challenges that it's going to present to us because we're learning from afar, but I think we're going to make it work. We're going to make this work. We're going to make it happen. And just so you know, what is my mindset coming into this? I am under the impression that you guys are going to take AP Calculus in the fall. That's my mindset. So that's what I'm gearing towards. I'm going to gear you guys toward AP Calc. So everything we do is meant to prepare you for AP Calc in the fall. So that's something that you should know because that's how I'm thinking. That's my mindset going into this program. Now, another thing that I want to say is that I'm going to send a few documents your way. So one of the things that I'm going to send you is this PDF, the syllabus. So I'm going to send you the syllabus for sure. Another thing that I'll send you is the roster so that you can see who your classmates are so you can formulate your own teams. Another thing that I'm going to send you, the third thing that I'm going to send you is, let me get out of here. I'm going to send you this here. I'm going to send you this picture. It's like a grade tracker and it's really cool because right here, you put your name, right? So I'm going to send you this. You print it out at home. You print it out and you put your name right there. And then if you look at this, that has all of the tests and it has all of the homeworks. It even has the final exam at the end and it shows the point total. For instance, functions 1, test 1, it's worth 80 points. Functions 1, test 2, it's worth 100 points. Homework 1, 100 points. So everything that you're going to get in this class is on this tracker. So then as the days go by, you can write down your individual scores in these little boxes. And when you're done, so you add all your scores and then you divide by 4,000 and boom, that's your grade. So you know how you're doing as you progress. So you're never in the dark. You know exactly where you stand. So again, this is one of the things that I'm going to include along with the class roster and the syllabus. All right, so I think that covers the syllabus. So why don't we go back outside? All right, guys, so there you have it. I believe that this video should have answered about 99% of your questions. But if there's something that I missed, please ask me, either in the comments below or send me a loop mail. You can expect to hear from me this coming Wednesday with information pertaining to the Zoom and how to log in. So again, any questions, send them to me and I will gladly respond quickly. But aside from that, I'll talk to you guys on Thursday.